Oh, I just realized I'm an idiot. I gotta cut more out of the bumper because it hits the intercooler. So, we'll be back. Well, so I ended up cutting it off right where this piece of metal had a lip on both sides. And to get the extra clearance, I ended up using some thicker steel just because me and my brother, we were talking and we thought that that would be the best idea. Bunch of dents from the hammer right there. Can't really do much about it. This is just working with what I have to work with. And here's a plate I got to trim out. They're gonna fit on the insides of either of these pieces, make it a little more structural and give us something to weld that thick bar on. So that's definitely going to be a way better than using this. It just flops all around. So it's getting pretty late. I'm going to come back tomorrow and get this all finished up. We're back. Just got the fire going. So we're going to pick up where we left off last night. I'm going to start grinding at these plates so they fit inside of either of these pieces. And then we'll get it mocked up and tack this piece up onto the car. So I'll get you guys set down and we'll just get right to it. I got the block off plates all made. All I gotta do now is weld it and then put it on the car and test fit this piece right here. See what it fits like, and then we'll drill some holes to mount the intercooler into it. Just got it mocked up. Just gotta make sure it's centered, then I'm gonna weld it. I test fitted the bumper, it clears. Lots of room. Has a nice look to it. And it's nice and sturdy, so that's that. Let's get to it. So, got it all welded up. Nice and sturdy. Ain't going nowhere. Welds came out pretty good. We got it welded on both sides. So, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Looks good too, so yeah, I am glad that I ended up having to go this route. It looks a lot better, so it all worked out for the best. Woo! Okay, did a little bit of quick math. Figured out where I need the holes for the intercooler. And I punched them so I can get the drill bit straight on and it won't walk on me. So I got the drill out. Let's just go for it. Try and get it lined up. Come on now. There you are. Alright, I might have to set the camera down. Okay, so As you can see, we got the holes drilled. They're a little oversized just to allow for a little bit of play. We're gonna get it bolted up and see how it looks. So it's all mocked up. Or I guess it's mounted, it's not even just mocked up. It's solid. Like, alright, that ain't going nowhere. I'm still probably gonna put some mounts on the bottom, but I know it would be fine how it is right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on to some more exciting stuff. I gotta cut out some of the back of the bumper here. And I'm just gonna cut out part of the grill. And then this little lip here as well, just to allow for more airflow into the intercooler. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Well, I went ahead and I did some stuff off camera. I got this side of the intercooler piping ran. Gotta get it welded by somebody. But for this side, I'm gonna have to get some more parts, because when I made my custom intake, I cut this 90-degree coupler off, and now I'm not able to use it. So I can't do anything else now because of that. So that sucks. So I ended up stealing the 90-degree coupler from this side just to mock up the other side. And this side came out a lot better than I had originally anticipated. So we got a short extension right there, and it goes to this pipe that's a 45. I ran out of couplers, but some of these are gonna be replaced with welds, so I'll be fine. So that one fits up real nice. And we have this one here, which is a little bit closer to some stuff, but it still doesn't touch anything, so we're good. It's pretty complete right there. Just need to get the blow-off valve mounted, and then we're set. Just a little update before I pull it back off, because I need to get the turbo off so I can still move it around some, because I don't have oil lines for it yet. So I got all of it ran. My father's gonna borrow a TIG welder. He's gonna TIG weld some joints for me. So all I'm gonna do for today is just pull it back off, get the manifold back on it so I can move it around, and call it a day. We're gonna go bowling with a bunch of my friends later, so let's go. So I got all the wiring unhooked and everything else unhooked from the motor that I need to have it come out of the car, except for the motor mounts. That's the last thing I gotta do. Get this rear motor mount out and torque mounts, and then I'll get it set up on the chain fall so I can lift the motor out. I'm gonna leave the two side mounts on before I get it strung up on the chain fall, and then I'll take the side motor mounts off, and then it should come out pretty easy. So just got the motor out, as you can see. Had to take this mount completely off because I didn't have enough room, but after that came out, it came out pretty easy. So let's get this Integra pushed back some, and then we'll set it down on a table, and we'll yank the tranny off and clutch, and then we'll put it on a engine stand. Okay, so I got the transmission, clutch and flywheel all ripped off. I'm just gonna start cleaning up some of my stuff. I'm gonna put my tranny and clutch and mounts and bolts and drive shafts, or CV axles, I guess. I'm gonna put that all away so I don't have to work over top of it all, and so that I get a peace of mind and know that I have it all put away and know where it all is, so I don't lose anything. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. No need to film that, so sorry I kind of skipped over some stuff, but it's just pretty easy. Just unbolt and pull off. So yeah, she's looking pretty good. I'm getting excited. Let's go. Oh, and while we're here, I guess I'll show you kind of my intake manifold, so you can see that it is ported. So that is why I am not going to be upgrading it. I have already ported it all out, so I'm going to test the stock GSR manifold that everyone seems to just get rid of. I put a couple hours into it. Well, probably about 12, 14 hours into porting that intake manifold. So, I mean, it kind of just depends on what you want to do. If you want to spend the money or just spend the time. We'll figure out how it works when I get turbo on it. So, let's go. On, guys, just got the fire going in the shop here, and today we're going to be my JDM GSR. So you can see right there, B18C. Here, one sec. So first things first, sorry about that, I had to wait for the furnace fan to turn back off. So first thing first is I'm going to set it to dot dead center, and then I'm going to start pulling it apart, pull the alternator off and intake manifold, distributor, and all that stuff, and then we'll get the head off, and then we'll see what kind of shape the bottom ends in, and see if I want to use this GSR block or use one of my B18 B1 blocks. So we'll get right to it. So we got the intake manifold off and alternator, crank pulley, some other stuff here. Here's the intake manifold. Got the thermal gasket. So next, distributor, and we'll get the valve cover taken off. Then we'll actually loosen this tensioner, get the timing belt off, and take the cams out, and we'll get the head off this block. So we just got the cams pulled out. As you can see, there's some slight wear on the journals. Nothing too serious. I think that I'm just gonna be able to slap it back together and call her good. My bro just walked in the door. What's up? So we got the head off. Been thinking. We were talking. I think I'm gonna set this block aside and save it for if I ever go back to NA. But I plan on using my B18 B1 block and my GSR head, and I'm gonna make it LSV Tech Turbo because I got aftermarket rods and bearings and such for LS. So, and I think that that's going to be the best option, and it will keep my GSR block intact for if I ever do plan on going back to NA. So that's what I have right now, and that's what I'm going to. I hope you guys have a good day, and like and subscribe, and keep on keeping on.